All right, so now we're going to look at piecewise functions. So piecewise functions, a function that's defined by two or more equations over a specified domain. A lot of times you see these old cell phone bills are examples of that would have a piecewise function where you'd have a flat fee for a certain amount of minutes or a certain amount of text, and then after that you have to pay an additional amount. And so I've got this piecewise function describing a cell phone plan, and it kind of talks about the example there. And it's going to be $20. The cost will be $20 per month if you use between 0 and 60 minutes. But if you use more than 60 minutes, then you're going to have to pay an additional 40 cents, okay, per minute that you use. Okay. And so I'm going to evaluate, given the piecewise function, I'm going to evaluate the piecewise functions for C and D. So the first objective is you're going to look at the value you're evaluating for 40, and you're going to find which category does 40 belong into. Is 40 in the domain between 0 and 60, or is 40 greater than 60? Well, 40 is between 0 and 60. So 40 is between 0 and 60. Therefore, now, by the way, a little nerdy thing in math. If you do this little triangle with three dots, that means therefore. Okay, so I'm lazy, don't want to out. Therefore, this would belong, it'd be 20 bucks. It would be in the 20 category. And there's no variable there because any value of minutes you use between 0 and 60, you're going to be 20 bucks. So if you use 0 minutes, you're going to pay 20 bucks. If you use 59 minutes, you're going to pay 20 bucks. So it's just a flat fee. Now, remember how the piecewise function works is if you get above 60, then you're going to have to pay extra. And so where does 80 belong? Well, 80's in the category above 60. So since that's the case, we're going to plug in our input, 80, for t into the bottom part of the piecewise function. And I'm going to draw an arrow there, 80 minus 60. And we'll evaluate this. Now you could evaluate this, you could type this in your calculator, you could do it second mode to get out of there. 20 plus 0.4 times 80 minus 60. That'd be $28.